Coming up on Fulton Today, should it stay or should it go? The future of the county central library is discussed. We'll have details. And here comes the judge. An Atlanta native is appointed new deputy chief judge. That and more starts right now on Fulton Today. Welcome to Fulton Today, everybody. I'm Shania Chavis Rucker. Residents are quite vocal about the future of the Fulton County Central Library branch. At issue, whether or not it should be renovated or whether or not it should be moved altogether. FGTV's Priscilla Ortega has our story.
During this public information open house, residents were able to come and see exactly what are the challenges and opportunities of a renovated central library, as well as the challenges and opportunities of a new central library. Residents were also able to talk one-on-one with Fulton County leaders.
We're excited about what you're going to have to say, and we will factor all of that in to our decision-making process.
After library and county leaders gave a quick greeting, they met with residents to hear their opinions on what should happen to the central library. The options: renovate the now 36-year-old building or relocate the library to a new downtown location.
I'm kind of on the fence on the side of building a new location, more so because the building's so old. And I think that if you make a new location, you can really do really cool things with it, add more lighting, add more meeting space.
And hopefully everyone will say more or less the same thing, that is that we want to keep this jewel downtown and just use it to the extent that it was designed to be used.
The library was built in 1980 and then renovated in 2002. While people are split on whether to keep the library or move, they agree the iconic building needs upgrades with various technology improvements.
We're looking at pros and cons and both sides of the issue in order for us to make a final decision.
But so far, everybody's been very concerned about possibly losing this building. And a lot of folks think that this is the ideal site for the downtown library.
What makes a good library is what's inside of the library, in addition to the building itself. But the community is speaking very loud and clearly to please keep the building here and use it as a library.
As of now, there is no timeline for when a decision will be made on the future of the Central Library. But if you want to leave a comment, you can go to the library's website at afpls.org and go to the Library Comments section. Reporting from downtown Atlanta, I'm Priscilla Ortega for FGTV.
Thank you very much, Priscilla. A new chapter has opened in the life of one Fulton County Superior Court judge. Judge Alfred J. Dempsey, Jr. has been named the new Deputy Chief Judge of the Superior Court of Fulton County.
One of the things that we longed for when I was a kid was to be treated fairly in the courts. And so I have spent my whole career seeking to treat everyone of all ethnicities, all socioeconomic levels, anyone and everyone fairly.
The Atlanta native began his legal career working on Jimmy Carter's presidential campaign. From there, he's become a leader in his field while creating a long list of achievements, including the development and implementation of the Fulton County Family Court Division. The Deputy Chief Judge serves a one-year term and assists in the day-to-day management and governance of the court. Students attending Fulton County Citizens University get an up-close look at the county's justice system.
One major function for that office, and that is to put people in jail and hold them accountable.
Fulton's justice officials taught the class about the court's caseloads and the overall challenges of the largest judicial system in the state.
What I really enjoyed about the sessions was that the officials took time out after work to come in and share all the different programs that they have out here to help with the juveniles.
Next week's class shows how the External Affairs Department works and includes a behind-the-scenes look at FGTV. Meanwhile, Fulton's public safety and law enforcement partners give youngsters an up-close look as a part of Camp 911.
We find out that most of the time when a fire starts is because somebody was being careless.
It's a 5-day fun-filled educational day camp for children ages 9 to 12 who live in unincorporated Fulton County or who have parents who work for the county. They are taught self-defense, first aid, gang resistance, and much more.
It has proved to be very useful, and the children that come through it are very knowledgeable about different equipment we use and fire and police safety.
I like that they teach us how to put out fires and what number to call if there's an emergency.
Now, this is an annual camp sponsored by the county's law enforcement partners. For more information about Camp 911, you can contact the training center at 404-346-7940. Fulton County officials want to hear from residents about just what they think about customer service. They are conducting an online survey and they want to hear firsthand from their residents. Todd Long is the county's Chief Operating Officer. Todd, welcome to Fulton Today.
Well, I'm very happy to be here today and tell about a very important topic that all of Fulton County citizens would like to know.
So there is a new emphasis on customer service. Why is that?
Well, customer service is so important to each person who deals with Fulton County. It's never not been important. It's been an emphasis for our employees for years and years. But right now, we've got a new county manager in the last year and a half. We've got a lot of new staff. So we're trying to put a huge emphasis on providing the best world-class customer service that we can to our citizens as they encounter the government. We cannot get away from encountering government. Everybody interacts with government in some form or fashion. So whether it's Fulton County, City of Atlanta, Gwinnett, Cobb, all the counties around Metro Atlanta should be focusing on customer service, and we want to make sure Fulton County is at the forefront of that.
And Todd, what exactly are you hoping to hear from your customers?
Well, we're putting out a survey to our customers so that we can kind of form a base to know what people think now, so that as we make improvements and send our employees through training and create a culture of better customer service, that we can see those improvements from this year's survey to next year's survey.
And once you get this feedback, how will it improve overall services?
Well, in addition to understanding what people think of our customer service, we also want to understand what the customer is thinking. So the number one issue with any customer, right, is listening and understanding from their viewpoint what services they're needing from us. So here, anytime you can hear from the customer through any kind of survey or discussion is a good thing. And we can learn how to better serve and better be prepared to be a government that meets the needs of the citizens, as opposed to doing what we think needs to be done. We probably should be doing what the customer thinks needs to be done.
And Todd, let me get your final thoughts.
Well, as we train our employees, we're going to train potentially over 1,500 employees, everything from managers to our frontline employees that interact with customers on an everyday basis. We're hoping, at the end of the day, to create a culture where everybody wants to hustle to get the job done. We want to provide a customer that when they leave Fulton County and that experience with Fulton County, they feel like they've been served and they feel like they've been served well.
Chief Operating Officer Todd Long, always great to see you. Thank you so much for your time.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be on the show. As we move forward, customer service is going to be number one here in Fulton County.
Now, if you would like to fill out the survey, you can access it by logging on to survey.fultoncountyga.gov. And still to come, Fulton's roadmap to success. We'll explain in our district-by-district coverage next. Fulton's chairman gives an overview of the T-Splost project, and another commissioner addresses the county's top leaders. Here's this week's district-by-district coverage. We begin with Chairman John Eads as he serves as the keynote speaker for the South Fulton Chamber of Commerce June membership luncheon. The at-large commissioner made a presentation about the Transportation Special Local Option Sales Tax project list. The commissioner explained how Fulton County residents will have the opportunity to vote in November on the 5-year T-Splost referendum to fund transportation projects in municipalities throughout the county.
This will fund about $630 million worth of projects in Fulton County. And in South Fulton, you're talking about $200 million that will be funded, $250 million that will be funded in terms of projects. The unincorporated area, 191 projects at the cost of $91 million.
The chairman explained how the county's allocation of the 0.75% sales tax could be used on certain already identified transportation projects. District 2 Commissioner Bob Ellis addresses Fulton's leadership team during their quarterly retreat. Department and agency heads from the county gathered at the Johns Creek Environmental Campus for a day-long session about management and leadership. The commissioner spoke to the group about how he understands what it's like to walk in their shoes as an insurance executive as well as a Fulton commissioner.
So oftentimes, as a leader, you're focused on just the day-to-day and the realities of what it is you're called to do and your mission, and you get caught up in those tasks. And I think it's important to have a time to periodically break away from that and really reflect upon, okay, how can I improve myself? How can I improve myself as a leader, and how collectively as a leadership team can we improve?
The group also heard from James Dallas, a former senior vice president with Georgia Pacific, who served as the guest speaker. The team discussed priorities and politics and how to best serve its customers. The county manager, Dick Anderson, and his senior team each gave updates on their respective areas of responsibility. In District 3, it's the bocce battle between senior centers. Bocce is an Italian game that's like bowling, usually played on a long, narrow court. Last June, the Benson Senior Multipurpose Facility celebrated the grand opening of their own bocce court. Well, seniors from the Helene S. Mills facility visited the new court for a little friendly competition.
And we've been in lots of competitions and things, and we just love it. It's fun.
It's a very enjoyable game, a lot of social activity going on, and it's right close to me.
Despite the score of the various rounds of play, all of the seniors consider themselves winners for simply playing the friendly game. District 4 Commissioner Joan P. Garner and Fulton Workforce Development Division host a job fair with big-named employers. Representatives from 16 metro employers set up their mobile HR offices at the Adamsville Regional Health Center looking for workers. Among those companies hiring were Coca-Cola, FedEx Ground, MARTA, the Georgia World Congress Center, Walmart, E-Commerce Fulfillment Center, and Gate Gourmet.
So I feel like that was a great opportunity, especially for me, that this is my first job fair that I've been to, so I'm having fun with it, and it's a great experience.
It's great when you can have employers all in one place where residents can come and just meet with the employers on the spot. That way they are conserving their resources and being able to get the job done all in one setting.
At least 10 other public-private firms were also on site for the fair. Fulton's workforce team helps residents find employment every day of the week. And finally, District 6 Commissioner Emma I. Darnell joins the celebration honoring the real men of Darnell. Dozens of men were recognized during the annual Father's Day program at the Harriet G. Darnell Senior Facility.
It makes me feel good and giving, because somebody had given to me, and I don't know everybody, but I know it was a process. I didn't just get here by myself, so that's where I am in my life, try to give something back.
It is just an honor each year to come out to the center and to share with the entire community on this day when we honor not only the men of Darnell, but the men of this entire community. Because we recognize that even with great men and great women, all that we have accomplished, we did it together.
Each year, the Real Men of Darnell event highlights men for their contributions to the community and the facility. Most of the men are longtime faithful members of the facility. Now you can catch more of your commissioners at work all this week with the rebroadcast of the Board of Commissioners meeting right here on FGTV. And when we come back, how the county is pitching in to promote healthy eating sooner versus later. Safe Kids Fulton is working to educate parents on Sudden Infant Death Syndrome, also known as SIDS. FGTV's Lynn Vaughn has details on this life-saving workshop.
A room full of new and expecting mothers gets a life-saving lesson on sudden infant death syndrome.
I'm going to make sure my child sleeps on their back, make sure I check on them at different times of the day. Make sure the baby is, I guess, not too covered, because I was about to probably swaddle the baby and put lots of blankets on the baby, and now there's supposed to be nothing on the baby or near the baby, so the hard surface, no pillows like I had planned, so just going to keep it on the hard surface.
Through a grant from the Georgia Department of Public Health, the county's Safe Kids program teaches groups like these the ABCs of SIDS prevention. A is for alone. Babies need their own space, which means no sharing a bed when sleeping.
A lot of parents sleep with their children, even with children and children, babies sleeping with the other sibling or even twins. If they have twins, they think, well, they were in the womb together. We put them in the same bed, and we try to inform them that that's not safe for them.
B is for back. We used to have babies sleep on their stomachs, but that is a big no-no now. Babies should be placed on their backs to sleep. C is for crib. The crib should have a firm mattress with a tight-fitting bottom sheet. No blankets, toys, or crib bumpers.
To help practice what we're preaching, we're actually giving them what they need to do what it is we're trying to educate them on or ask them to do.
Organizers say there are about 3 infant deaths per week due to sleep-related causes in Georgia, but the group hopes awareness programs will reduce that number. Reporting for FGTV, I'm Lynn Vaughn.
Thank you very much, Lynn. Meanwhile, Fulton's health professionals are working to make sure that healthy eating starts at a young age. Staff with the Partnerships to Improve Community Health, or the PITCH program, is teaching early care providers how to have healthier practices. Now, PITCH and its partners, including the Georgia Department of Early Care and Adult Learning, wants to make sure that young children are consuming healthy foods and drinks.
The fact that the teachers aren't drinking Coke in front of them, and if they're out on the playground playing, the children will be more engaged as well.
50 centers that serve 3 to 5-year-olds are getting free training through this very program.
One of the things that we're doing is we are assigning one of our health educators to each one of the centers, and we're partnering with each center to try to strengthen what they're doing, so they always have sort of someone there to help guide them.
The PITCH program was created through a cooperative agreement with the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. The goal is to reduce chronic diseases by promoting healthier lifestyles. Fulton's Sexual Exploitation Coalition is working to get the largest county government workforce in the state prepared to get more involved in fighting this major health crisis. Coalition representatives who recently met are trying to develop a website for Fulton County employees. Now, the team hopes this site will prove to be a resource for county staff who want more information on prevention efforts. According to the Governor's Office for Children and Families, more than 300 girls each month are commercially sexually exploited in Georgia.
Well, the good thing about it is that no matter what you're passionate about, there's a way to plug in somewhere. Somebody maybe wants to do street outreach at night to help rescue. Somebody may want to provide care packages. Somebody may have really great therapeutic services. So it's just a matter of knowing what's out there.
During the last coalition meeting at Fulton County Government Center for Health and Rehabilitation, the members also talked about rehab programs targeting buyers, also known as Johns.
We don't have a John school in Georgia. It's a nationwide type school. If you think about like DUI schools, it's like the school to keep you from buying sex, basically. Just like DUI schools to keep you from drinking and driving.
Fulton officials formally created the coalition to deal with the sexual exploitation problem in the county. The group of professionals are from the health, public safety, justice, civic, and government communities. And still to come, the senior pool sharks are back. We'll explain. Stay with us. Some sharp-shooting seniors rack up some serious points during their annual pool tournament. The billiard game put the Helene S. Mills multipurpose members against the Quality Living Services participants head to head. The friendly competition had about 24 participants.
Well, it's mean a lot. It's mean enough that it's keep us, motivated, keep us, in good spirit, that we can enjoy what we are doing, and we just basically want to be, just keep the feeling that we got to keep us happy and enjoy this, this fun, this activity.
Some hard shots were taken during the tournament, which lasted a few hours, but in the end, the Quality Living Services team came out with the trophy as they won 25-17. And finally, the summer reading program at local libraries is off to a good and fun start. The kickoff celebration at the College Park branch for the On Your Mark, Get Set, and Read program featured plenty of giveaways. T-shirts marked with College Park Reads were handed out during the Reading Festival on Main Street. The Library System Summer Reading Program features fun activities to encourage kids to continue learning even though school is out.
A lot of our kids are coming from low-income environments, so they don't even have books at home, and we don't want them to lose the achievements that they made in the school year over the summer. So we're encouraging them to check out books, to read as much as they can. We're giving out awesome prizes at the end of the summer, and we just want to see South Fulton come up.
The summer reading programs are for kids of all ages. Many of the events also incorporate healthy eating and exercising, like yoga. To get more information, just go to afpls.org. And before we go, our reminder that we'd like to connect with you online. Check us out anytime on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and watch us on our YouTube channel. Well, that does it for this edition of Fulton Today. I'm Shania Chavis-Rucker. Thank you so much for watching. Join us each week for news around and about Fulton County.